said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to College Station, Texas. Kyle Field, home of the 12th man and the Texas A&M Aggies. As we'll see the #2 team in the country, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on the 18th ranked team in the land, the Texas A&M Aggies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Nittany Lions will put it away to start the game. A rather underwhelming start as the kickoff goes out. The officials offer the deal.
What's up, Jason, bro? How you living, my guy? I ain't even know you was following me on here, bro.
Let's go. Right. Single. Let's go. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Guys, let's take a second here and think about Texas A&M. You start the season top 25. Clearly, expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenger.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously, some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25, but a lot of season to go out and prove it. Day one, game one. Make that first impression.
What a throw! Not a lot of room. He fits it in beautifully, and they've got it at the 30. Texas A&M back to work with another first down. Looking for a man. It's Reed. Slings it.
Good play.
Touchdown, Texas A&M. A great catch and run for 6. They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. That is what we call in the industry a defensive breakdown. That guy was loose for the big play.
Busted coverage, really bad execution. Somebody slips, somebody falls. Nothing about that defensively is something we're looking for, but the offense will take it and get the easy touchdown.
This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Looking to throw on first down. The quick out. breaks into the open. Finally forced out of bounds, maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. Drew Aller feels as if he has unfinished business at Penn State. Tyler Warren is gone, but Aller still with a plethora of weapons at his disposal, and maybe, David, giving him a path to redemption in the college football playoff.
Yeah, and when we saw him finish, it wasn't the best, right? He made the big turnover. They had a chance to go to the national title, but Penn State took some next steps, and he took some next steps. So if the talent in this offense, another year with Colton Ecke, the running backs back, like this offense could really take that next step.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Looking downfield, it's Aller. Finds his tight end. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Runs through the tackle. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. This is a kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today. Looks to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. If that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do. But I think on that last...
There he goes. He'll come through on 3rd downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
One of the coolest things I love about football is the strategy. Like, first drive, what are they going to line up in? What are they going to try to take advantage of? How are they going to attack us? And so far, this offense has had some success. This defense now getting in their territory. They need to figure out some answers to some of these questions.
And to throw it before he wanted. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
The offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to pass. It's Aller. This time it's complete. He steps out of bounds right at the 15-yard line. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on 2nd down to help them on the next one.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks in a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a 3rd down.
They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Snags it. Can wide cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Snap to the back. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Nittany Lions!
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone. at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Back to pass, it's Reed. That's caught. It's Moss. They got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. Did a nice job of it.
After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Takes the handoff. It's Moss. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
Throws for the tight end. And it's incomplete, going for the massive, explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
Man, a quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it.
Get the fuck out of here.
They got it, and the foot down for the first down.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the second drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
Running the ball's in the Aggies' DNA. I mean, that dates back to the Junction Boys.
It's the physicality. They find those guys up front that can make holes, and I think that's when you see the great A&M teams. Really good offensive line paving the way for those backs and those great teams they've had.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. After that tight first quarter, this second period ought to be a lot of fun. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. Wants to throw. It's Reed. A strike downfield.
It's all good. That shit's ass. That shit should have been a pick ball like in my fucking hands.
And that's what I think makes this tight end so dynamic. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. There's so many tight ends out there that are just possession guys, and they usually go down right after they catch the ball. This guy has the ability to, with his speed, to make people miss, and he showed it to you right there in that touchdown.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. On the snap, it's Singleton.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Back to pass. Oh, they're after him.
Okay.
Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
The 12 men more than standing at the ready. They are bringing the heat on third down. Makes the catch. It's Pena. He stopped right at the 31-yard line. That's not enough for a first down. It'll be 4th. The Nittany Lions will try to pin them back with the punt. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. To the air, it's Reed.
Why would they give me the fucking corner?
It's Concepcion. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
He was able to squirt free and pick up just a few on that one. We now move inside 4 minutes to play here in the first half. From the shotgun, the inside give. Got enough for the first down and wants more. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
Wants to go up top on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Moss. No, sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. And the Aggies now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Second down, he'll throw it. Fires to the wideout.
Get the fuck out of here.
And they make the connection, and he's got it at the 10-yard line, set up with a red zone opportunity. The Aggies trying to pay off the threat on first and goal. Wants to throw on first down. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And you try to catch him off balance, maybe on first down and goal right here, a situation where maybe you sneak in a pass, defense was ready, got the sack. Now you got to be a little bit more creative now that you got the negative play. The offense, I know you've worked.
He's going for the goal line. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You got to be aggressive, and you got to make tackles.
Now third and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. The offense changing the play. Looking to throw on third and goal. Extending the play. Going for 6.
Get the fuck out of here.
He dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be fourth down.
We know about this running back's versatility. He's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
And this one sails through just inside that left upright. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Dropping back, it's Aller. Zings it complete to the right.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. The Nittany Lions with a second and short to keep this drive moving. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Oh, he's got some space. 47, but not before he ripped off 15.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
Oh, that was less than choreographed. Everybody going on their own snap count there. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The offense lining up for a first down play. Little over anxious.
What
out
the
of the
fuck?
stands early, and it's a false start. Mental errors like that just kill drives. We'll see if they can overcome it. The offense set for a first down play. Tight end now in motion. He's looking to pass. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Got a man, it's Pena. Still on his feet at the 45. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games.
He's got it. And he'll step out of bounds just short of the goal line. Almost a touchdown, but not in there yet.
Really nice timing on that throw. Quarterback had to hold it, allow his receiver to work his route, but he threw it at the perfect moment so that he was able to make the catch inbounds right on the sideline.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
So on offense, you've got to find a way to put 6 up on the board. You know that in this game, field goals may not get it done. So big-time players make big plays in big games. Who can you rely on right now to get you a touchdown?
We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the direct snap, it's Singleton. And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State!
And you're going to need more of this in the second half. That's the way you punctuate a drive at the end of the first half to cut this to a one-possession game. You need more of that physicality in the second half.
Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they close it to a 17-14 game. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week in the American fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Boston College will need to mount a comeback. But these fans remember when Zay Flowers earned All-America honors. They know this game is not over. They're trailing by just 4 to Memphis. We'll circle back. If anything big happens in this clash in the American, you should know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. So you think quarterbacks are all about glory. How about taking that shot and getting rid of it just in time?
He did a great job hanging in there, being tough, and more importantly, I think, as a quarterback surveying the field, looking downfield, nothing open, making the right decision.
Interception too.
Just didn't seem like the quarterback and his intended target were on the same page there.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Might be calling a hot route. Back to throw, it's Reed. Lets it fly deep downfield. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Yeah, and I love taking deep shots. I think it makes cornerbacks play honest, safeties play honest, and you could tell just missed a little bit deep on that shot. But listen, those are shots that we want to take because the risk is definitely worth the reward.
They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Catch in the middle, it's Bussey. After the filthy move, he's got room.
Fuck out of here.
Finds his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggie.
And I love this offense, man. Staying aggressive. Just because you got the lead, you know people can score points in bunches. This offense keeps the foot on the accelerator, scores again on the final play.
That's
now this
fucking
offense
shitty.
has even more of a cushion going into halftime.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Texas A&M ready to kick it away to get the third quarter started. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with...
Going for the big play.
Let's get the
Oh,
fucking
he
ball.
got it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit and coverage that forces the incompletion.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Dropping back, it's Allard. Throws to the tight end. Finds space on the right. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So that penalty is going to cost them the first down as they back up, and now it's second down. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Pulls it in. It's
Get the
Singleton.
fuck out of here.
And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Guys on the backfield now, it's not just run the ball down the floor. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Catch in the middle, it's Hudson. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find it. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win. And he gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
And the Nittany Lions are rolling down the field. To the air on first down. He's moving out of the pocket. He'll pull it down and run. Underneath toast coverage. Got it deep downfield.
Oh, look
And
at
he'll
that.
take this into the end zone, but
Get
hang
the
on
fuck.
just
How
a
you get
second.
him?
Flag down. Let's see what this is about.
Fuck out of here.
Offense gets set for second down. They'll go to the ground.
Fucking
Maybe
right.
he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
Just a Baryshnikov-like move on the sideline to tap that toe and get the first down. They flexed out that tight end a little bit, and you know the tight end's always open.
Always open, quarterback's best friend. And this guy's a problem, Reese. He's a matchup problem because he's too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. He's showing you his athleticism there.
Looking for a man. It's Aller. Quick completion on the out. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
From the gun, the running back has it. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
The Nittany Lions will have it 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Oh, he's going to pass it.
You know what, man?
They reached into the bag of tricks on 1st down and couldn't pull it off.
That's fucking crazy,
Distance
son.
between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Fires to the big fella.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. What that means is keeping 3rd downs management. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play.
They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. Direct snap.
Man, fuck this game.
Where to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop.
Well, the defense got the stop there on 3rd and 1. Let's see if they can do it again here on 4th and inches, Dave.
I just got to find a way to fall forward, be physical, and work on this all week. You know you're going for it on 4th down.
They'll unleash the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. Direct snap. It's Singleton. They might go back to that one in a big spot as they pick up the first down out of the Wildcat.
Gotta love the physicality on 4th down and short. You know what's coming. They hand the football off to the running back. No secret, but he plays physical, gets behind his pads, and gets the first down.
And the Wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line.
Well, that guy is so quick coming out of his stance. Did you see how fast he got to the ball carrier to get that tackle for loss? Wow.
The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. Back to throw, it's Aller. Grab behind the line, it's Singleton.
Okay.
That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and make it.
Touchdown, Nittany Lions! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
Man, really nice job attacking the middle of the field. You see those safeties, man, I want to split them. He splits it right down the middle, throws that post, right on the numbers, catches the ball in the end zone, touchdown.
And the extra point pulls them to within 3, 24-21. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. The kickoff team is on the field, and we're ready to get this one underway. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Leaves it with the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Quickly out to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the first.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right flat.
Looking to throw, it's Reed.
Thank you.
And it's intercepted. A huge fourth-quarter play for this defense.
Man, we needed that so bad. We needed the football. Had to get a stop, forcing a turnover. Best case scenario, offense back on the field, trailing in the fourth quarter. Time to go win it.
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They're in a precarious spot here. That lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Down to the 23 for this 1st and 10. They'll leave it with him. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
And maybe the big fella can jumpstart this offense a little bit. They got to get some points, and he's that big physical guy, breaking some tackles, making some plays. Here in the fourth quarter, they're going to need it.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. On the direct snap, it's Dinkins. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great team defense on that one play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D-linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. They just can't do it better.
This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. And a touchdown here would not only give them the lead, but in the fourth quarter, that ramps up the pressure. To the air, it's Allard. They're setting up the screen. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on first down and go and get him tackled to the ground.
Finds his big tight end. Touchdown, Penn State! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth.
And just like that, the game is completely changed, right? The defense comes away with a huge turnover, and the offense able to cash it in, capitalize by scoring a touchdown. So they've now got the lead. Not a lot of time left, but it feels like all of the momentum is now on their side.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Smith. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. The Texas A&M offense is back on the field. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, fucking right.
He released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
And the Aggies come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. The offense has plenty of time, and this defense trying to dig in and get one more stop and hang on to this lead. Looks as if Texas A&M will have enough for the first down.
Yeah, 3rd and 1, you know what time it is. It's about the big boys up front. You got to give me a little bit of space, a little crack. You just can't give up that penetration. So my running back can fall forward just like that and get the first down.
A&M comes back out with another first down. Looking to throw, it's Reed. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
This really has been a masterclass by the quarterback with decision-making, right? We've already seen him throw multiple touchdown passes in the game. He's understood when to take his shots and when to throw it away when things aren't there, like on that last play.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Might be changing the route. Going to swing it on 2nd down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
And they've trusted their QB to throw the football. And he's going to have to make plays. He's made plays throughout the day. This is now when you come up clutch in a big moment when your team needs it. If that's any indication, I like what I'm seeing.
Trying to make magic with his feet.
How
about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself?
Every possession later in the game means so much more. You start getting the 4th quarter, 1-possession games. QB drops back and makes these first downs. These extra set of downs now become so much more important late in these ball games.
Finds the tight end. And he's chased out of bounds, but not before he gets the first down, stops the clock, and has them on the move trying to get the late score.
Where's the defense on that last play? It's a 2-minute situation. You've got the guy making the catch in the middle of the field. You've got to tackle him in bounds and keep this clock moving. Somehow they were able to let him get outside and stop the clock. That just can't happen.
Pressure coming. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And I'm so interested to see how this young man responds, man. Like, he has been really good all game long. Put up some big numbers, but now it's prime time. It's a big moment. Can he step up in this spotlight, make a big drive, make a big play for his team to maybe go win this football game?
A shot toward the end zone.
Good play. This is tasty.
And inside a minute to go, they've got the lead.
Man, this game has been incredible to watch. The offense comes through late in the game, takes the lead. What a clutch drive by this offense. Now, I'm looking at you, defense. You got the lead late in the game. I need you to go take this thing on ice and win it.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. UConn answered the bell away from the Rent today with an impressive victory. The Huskies knew the challenges awaiting them, and they met them head-on. Generally the mark of a really good team. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like that he'll take a deep shot here. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
Well, the defense finally showing some life there. It's been tough sledding, too, because this offense has been lighting them up through the air. But a nice individual effort that time, forcing the incompletion.
Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. To the air, it's Allard. Looking to the big tight end. Finds a man in the middle. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down.
And they've trusted him to throw the football all game. I expect nothing to change whatsoever. They're going to put it on his back, or his arm, I guess you could say, and let him throw this team to victory. It's a close game, tight game. I'm rolling with my best play.
He leaves it with his back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. The offense uses a timeout. 15 seconds left to play.
Gotta block better. Jose Alvarado.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Looking up top, and time is of the essence. Takes a hit as he fires. Can't make the connection. The pressure there calls the missed timing.
And you just got to know the situation of the game. So after that incompletion now, setting up 3rd down, you still got timeouts. You can attack the middle of the field. It's all out there for you. There's no need to panic. Because of those timeouts, you still have an eternity to get back in this game.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Pena. They get the timeout call with 7 seconds left on the clock. The Nittany Lions with the 1st and 10. Looking for space. It's Singleton. Got the 1st down and still on his feet. They get the timeout and the clock reads 3 seconds. This game will come down to this. A field goal try to save them. They get the timeout and the clock reads 3 seconds.
People look sorry as shit.
This one to bring us to a deadlock in the final moments. They'll play it safe and try for 3. Splits the uprights. Good. And after the 3-spot, guys, we're all tied up. All right, guys, so here we go in overtime. And just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possessions starting on the opponent's 25.
And it's so nice to be on defense first, just to set the tone, to understand what you need. Try to hold them to a field goal. The offense knows they can do their job to go out and get a win. Just 2 possessions, Paul. We're like, you got to be at your best.
Yeah, and I love the new rules, too, because in the 3rd overtime possession, it goes to alternating 2-point plays. Back and forth. Who's got anything left in the tank here in OT?
Scanning the field, it's Reed.
Let's go.
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
And that was a big objective for this defense coming into the game. Talking to coaches, we want to keep him in the pocket. We don't want him to use his wheels. He's fast, he's elusive, can make big plays. Nice job by the defense keeping him in the pocket and getting the sack.
The Aggies trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Looking to fire. Quickly to the tight end. Out of bounds at the 24-yard line after the huge pickup.
And with that pass right there, over 300 yards. That's a good day at the office. Being able to execute, doing a good job seeing what's coming, anticipating, taking some shots today, but his hold really strong, put up some good numbers.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Unloads to the wideout.
That's a fucking interception,
Had the pick, and what a play that would have been in overtime, but it brings up 4th down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
Never a doubt. And they go back on top.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
See what they've got on 1st down. On the direct snap, it's Singleton. Turning it on. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
1st and goal and a touchdown will win it. On the snap, it's Allen. Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. On the direct snap, it's Martin.
game on the line, and they've got to be the more physical side. Great job getting blocks up front. He was able to skirt his way into the end zone, David, to win this game.
Man, that's why I want the ball second in OT. I know exactly what I need to go get it done. They take it down the field.